to thank you all for attending this debate forum. Please take a moment to silence your cell phones, pagers, any device that makes any noise. Please stand for the presentation of the colors and the Pledge of Allegiance, led by Boy Scout Troop 173.
Color Guard, advance! Color Guard, post the colors. Troop salute. Please repeat the Pledge of Allegiance.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
2. Color Guard, dismiss.
St. Max's CCW would like to thank Avalon Church, Boy Scout Troop 173, Charlie Williams, Myra Tayo, Sean McKee, and Jason Bumpus for their invaluable assistance and support in producing this event. Our candidates that were invited are Dr. Tim Adams, Akinyemi Akvidi, Pete Clark, Matt Falconer, Teresa Jacobs, Lydia Pisano, Bill Siegel, Linda Stewart, Jennifer Thompson, and Myra Uribe. Our moderator is radio talk show host Ed Dean. He is broadcast statewide and is very well versed in politics in the state. You can find him on your FM dial at 90.3 or 89.3. The format follows League of Women Voters guidelines for a moderated debate. Each candidate will have an opportunity to answer each question. The order in which the candidates will respond has been determined by lottery prior to the debate. Our moderator, Ed Dean, has the predetermined order in front of him. The total number of questions that will be asked today will be determined by how efficiently each candidate responds. Each candidate will have 1 minute for introductory remarks. Each candidate will have up to a minute to answer each question and 15 seconds for a rebuttal or follow-up. Our timer today is Jamira Herrera. She is captain of the Timber Creek High School debate team, and she will keep our candidates on track. Ladies and gentlemen, start your engines.
Before we start, we have plenty of questions have been asked, but I have the next to the net. I may fluctuate some of the questions, so I may have follow-up so we can get more answers from these individuals. By the way, their websites, want to know more about the candidates, get a brochure, find out what's all going on with the candidates. We will hold everything strictly to the guidelines, a minute answer. No professional wrestling tactics. We have no idea what the questions are arranged ahead of time. And we will hold it strictly to 1 minute. That way we get more questions and answers and try to get maybe some rebuttal. It will be fun, I promise you. Thank you so much.
Yeah, one quick question. What is this, and are we supposed to use the mic?
Yes.
That's for two.
So if Mr. Stewart, if you would start with your introductory remarks, and we'll just go down the table.
Sure. I'm Commissioner Linda Stewart. I have been a seated commissioner in this area for 8 years. I am influential with the bringing Burnham here to Central Florida. We have discussed and had many meetings for 2 years on Innovation Way Corridor. I'm proud that we were able to put that into play, as well as putting together the new substation, that green substation that you will be seeing here for the Sheriff's Office, and having some more public safety in the area. We're very glad Road E opened, called Monument Parkway. It's been a big relief to everybody, and we will be widening Alafaya Trail in the next few months, and I think a lot is to be looked forward to in this particular southeast part of Orange County. And I've been proud to be a public servant, and I've been proud to, and honored that I was able to be elected twice to represent you, and thank you for this forum.
I'm Commissioner Bill Siegel for District 5, and I sort of share the east side with Linda. I start up above Highway 50. It's been my pleasure to serve as Orange County Commissioner for District 5 for the last 6 years. I was born and raised here. My wife was also born and raised here. We've raised our kids here, and I think the most important job of the next mayor will be to bring great jobs here and to keep the jobs we have here, as well as keeping the great quality of life that has made this a wonderful place to live. again, served 6 years on the Research and Development Authority, which has a lot of the modeling and simulation industry out at the research park. So I think a lot of folks down the east side are very familiar with that. It's more difficult to explain as we get out on the west side. Always a pleasure to be in Avalon, and I want to keep in my 1 minute time. Thank you.
Hi, I'm Teresa Jacobs. It's a pleasure to be here. I want to thank all of y'all for taking the time to come out and to talk to us. This is a great opportunity, I think, for us and for you to get to know a little bit more about the candidates, and too few people take that opportunity. You can hear campaign slogans and sound bites, but I think it's important for you to get to know the people that have the potential of representing and serving you for the next 8 years. I had the privilege of serving for 8 years on the County Commission. During that time when our schools were busting at the seams, you can remember the days of explosive growth, I championed the charter amendment, put it on the ballot, and it was passed by 77%. I also championed ethics reforms, and in 2006, when property taxes skyrocketed by 23%, I'm the only county commissioner that fought against that tax increase and also opposed a bond issue that we couldn't afford and didn't need. I appreciate your support and your vote on August 24th. Thank you.
Good afternoon. Sorry for being late. My name is Matthew Falconer, and I'm running for Orange County Mayor to revive our small business economy and end the reckless spending that is mortgaging our children's future. All my opponents to my right here voted to give a billionaire a $600 million arena and to spend $2 billion on a rail system that we, the people, turned down at the ballot box in 2003. Everybody in East Orange County knows that you lack for services, and most of your tax dollars are going downtown to the Emerald City. I will stop that. I will give you your tax dollars back in terms of public services and public safety and libraries and other things. It's time to give Orange County residents in East Orange County the services they require. Many of you don't know that Sunrail is now going to postpone the 6th laning of State Road 50 indefinitely because they need those dollars to go down, and I will not stand for that. I'm also the only pro-life candidate running for Orange County Mayor, and I look for your support on August 24th.
Good afternoon. My name is Pete Clark. Surely it's a pleasure to be here, and I appreciate the opportunity to have a discussion with you. The reason I'm running my beautiful wife Kathy every morning when I wake up and I see her and I hear the kids hitting the refrigerator and the dog's tails hitting the wall, I know that I am very, very lucky. I'm a lucky person. I'm fortunate to live in Orange County. I've been fortunate to live here since 1965. The reason I'm running is because I want the best for my family. I want the best for everybody's family. I want our kids to have the quality of life that we have in Orange County. And that's going to be basically done through our quality of life issues. If we address quality of life, if we address public safety, then we will be in a very, very good position to entice jobs to this area. We have a wonderful medical city coming out of the ground, 5,000 jobs. We can't stop there, but if we don't address transportation issues, water quality, water issues, recreational issues, public safety, fire rescue, everything that makes us a wonderful community, no one will want to come here. So that's what I will do for you. Thank you very much.
Good afternoon. Thank you so much for hosting this event, and thank you all for taking time out of your busy Saturday to be here. My name is Lydia Pisano. I am in my second term as a Belle Isle City Commissioner. We've done some great things. The reason I am running is I'm the most qualified and the only candidate in my race with local government experience. In District 4, a lot of you don't know where District 4 goes, it goes all the way to Meadowwoods. We represent over 267,000 people in this one district. We certainly do not have time for on-the-job training. Some of the issues that I want to see resolved, especially being of the real estate background, is the Orange County budget. We cannot keep raising our taxes. I'm very pro-smart growth. Some of the things that we need, the major thing is to get our local economy back on track so that people will have disposable income to go out and frequent our small businesses, and hopefully that will in turn create some jobs as well. I'm also very pro-public safety and mainly environmental issues and keeping your taxes down. Thank you very much.
Well, thank you guys all for being here today. And I'm Jennifer Thompson. I'm also running for the County Commission seat. I'm very excited at the opportunity of being the very first ever County Commissioner from East Orange County. Actually, in this race, I'm the only person up here that lives east of Conway Road, and I take it very seriously because I'm born and bred in East Orange County. My mother is here in the audience. Lisa, my husband David is here, and all the people you see in yellow shirts. We've been knocking on doors all morning long and all week long. Actually, I've knocked on over 28,000 doors in this campaign cycle, specifically to get people out there engaged in this process. And so I'm thrilled that you're here today. Like I said, I'm born and bred in Orange County, grew up over on Buck Road, went to University High School the very first year it opened. When my husband and I moved back after I graduated college in North Carolina, we lived in Cypress Springs for 10 years, and we make Avalon Park our home now, where we actually run our businesses out of our home. I take very seriously my commitment to this community. I have two main focuses. One will be on diversifying our economy and making sure that Research Park expands at the end of the road, and making sure that we streamline government, save taxpayer dollars. So thank you very much.
Good evening, good afternoon. My name is Myra Uribe. I'm running for Orange County Commission, District 4. I was actually born and raised here in District 4. My family moved to Orlando back in '73. My dad worked for Martin Marietta, and I grew up in Sky Lake in Pine Castle, and actually graduated from Oak Ridge High School 20 years ago. And I don't know if this is a good thing or a bad thing, but I've only moved once in my life, and that's actually when my husband and I got married, and we bought our first house, and we're raising our 6-year-old daughter, Faith, in this community. But you know, this community is all I'm about. Like I said, I was born and raised here. I'm a mother, I'm a small business owner, and I'm running for office because I want safe neighborhoods, because I want government accountability to us, the people who live in this community. I want fiscal responsibility with our tax dollars, but more importantly, I want equal representation for everyone. Just like in East Orlando, just like in Southeast Orlando. And I've committed, when I'm elected, God willing, I'm going to do weekly office hours in the evening in the district so that you guys will never have to come downtown to see me. And I've broken it up in 4 corners. I'm going to do the first Wednesday of the month in the Conway area, then East Orlando out here, South Orange Blossom Trail, and Lake Nona. I hope you'll consider voting for me on August 24th. Thank you.
Pass the mic down. The first question will go to Mr. Fountair, and then I will, next will be Mr. Clark, and I'll repeat the question. The past 2 years, I've got a mic, I didn't know I need one. I'm sorry, I thought it was loud enough. I apologize. First question to Mr. Fountair. If you guys got 2 mics up there, good. We have received stimulus money here in the state. Number one, again, I will repeat the question if I need to. Number one, did you support receiving stimulus money? Number two, with it running out, do we have a taxation problem or do we have a spending problem of what we see? Because now we see municipalities saying, well, instead of moving money around, let's just go ahead and tax. So number one, we'll answer the questions again, we'll have to re-ask if we need to. Did you support stimulus? Do we need more stimulus? Well, with it now running out here by the end of the year, maybe next year, how do you somehow look at supporting services? Do you support raising taxes or cutting spending? Or is it, do we have a taxing problem? Do we have a spending problem? Go ahead. This is my part.
Thank you. Clearly we have a spending problem. The Orange County budget in 1998 was $1.3 billion. In 2008 it was $3.5 billion. All my opponents to the right increased spending in Orange County from $2.2 billion in 2002 to $3.5 billion in 2008. And now we say we don't have enough money. Clearly we have a spending problem. And that doesn't include the $2 billion rail system and the $1 billion in venues. I like to say that my opponents got drunk on prosperity and they showed no signs of sobering up. I wrote a book called Building a Better Local Government, which I'll have copies in the back there, that shows potential savings through efficiency of government of $1 billion a year. Everybody knows there's waste in government, but why haven't they done anything to do anything about it? That's what my job is. I'm going to improve services and lower taxes at the same time by bringing efficiency to local government. What does that say, 15 seconds? Okay, I can't see that. And clearly, Orange County needs new leadership in a new direction. We need fiscal responsibility and putting taxpayers above special interests, because we need to stop putting special interests first and building arenas for billionaires.
Okay, okay, good, this one works. To go to your basic question, had I been in a position to vote on the stimulus package, I would have voted only on the part that would have given us money for public works projects, building roads, repairing bridges. Too much of the stimulus went to soft projects that really didn't stimulate the economy or create jobs. Locally, that's where the bulk of the money went. I think it went to some projects to do some roads. It went to look at some homeless projects and some other things. But the real problem we're going to have is the state stimulus dollars when they dry up, especially the dollars that fund Medicaid and some other programs, where I have fear that the legislature will come to us to kind of bolster up, where they're going to have some revenue issues.